Hi everyone, thanks very much for joining me today in this glorious sunshine. We're going to do a live test on Ultra. So, Ultra is our extreme protection car wax. Now what that means is it's perfectly suited to the weather today. This was originally made for our clients in the Arabian Peninsula, and also we have some on the west coast of America as well, where the weather is slightly warmer than what we get in the UK. However, at the moment we are getting a smudge of extreme sun, hence the cap. There's not much hair left on my head, so we're protecting the skull today. So all I want to show you is how easy it is to apply this. This is direct sunny. As you can see, you can't get any more direct than this. So we're going to apply this direct sun, see how long it takes to cure, and just how easy it is to use. And this is what you want to use because you've got anti-UV inhibitors here, you've got lots of nice oils that will keep the paintwork topped up, it will keep it flexible, rehydrate and moisturise the paint as well. So this is the best wax if you live in a warmer climate, or even at the moment if you're finding some wax is difficult to use. This is the one to go for, no matter where you are. If the temperatures have started to increase, this is the wax to go for. So I've just washed the car, and all I'll do, I've got some quick detailer on this cloth. We'll just get the remainder, some of the water spots off. There we go. So this 200ml jar will be up for grabs after the video. We'll offer this at a discounted rate since it's been used. But watch, we'll just do the rear quarter, so at most I'll take 4 swipes. So stay tuned and you can find out how you can purchase this at discounted rate. Lid on, put it back in the shade. That's important. If you're working out in the sun, try and find an area of the car, such as round here. You can see at the moment it's cast a shadow, so to the east, so you'll want to put this the wax in the shadowed area. Now, same as the other waxes, just that we offer, just dab it along the paintwork so that you're always picking up new wax. This is so easy to use. We've used really light oils, very refined natural waxes as well, so everything works in tandem. It's just so easy to use. It feels like silk. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're actually just applying silk to the paintwork. Now, what you want to do is, once you've applied that, you want to leave this for about 15 minutes to half an hour to fully cure. The other benefit of using Ultra is it cures in high temperatures as well. So you're not stuck with a wax that you're finding difficult to cure just simply because panel temperature is so high and it's continuously melting the wax. It's not overly warm at the moment. I've just washed the car, so I've cooled the panels down. That is important. You don't really want to put this wax on a panel that's absolutely searing. So if you can put the back of your hand on the panel and hold it there and not go straight away, I would advise against waxing the vehicle until the temperatures have lowered, or until the sun goes behind a cloud or something like this. Another way to manually bring down the temperature is just to wash the car with lukewarm water. Don't wash it with cold water, because you'll do a thing called shock the paint, and that just means that the paint contracts really quickly, and it goes kind of like us. If you go from a hot environment and jump into a plunge pool, for instance, a cold pool, and immediately you just, everything goes rigid, very similar to the paint. And if you do that time and time again, it can actually cause damage to the paint, because remember, paint is clear coat, is porous on a microscopic level, so it's not bulletproof, it's not bomb proof. So there are certain ways, and this is why with Ultra you've got the nice oils in there, the really nice waxes, and you're hydrating this paint at the same time as it's protecting the paint for the years to come, especially if you have a car collection. This is a wax that I wouldn't be without. If you have any form of car collection or any car that you wish to keep, especially in a warm environment, and you want to keep it in perfect condition, this is very popular with the Corvette owners over in the States, especially in Florida and such like. We've got a lot of owners that use Ultra just simply because it's exceptionally high gloss, plus a Vette's got to be red, you know, that's, or yellow, but for me the colour's got to be red. And these are colours that suffer UV degradation, and you want to counteract that by using a wax that's specifically made for that reason. It's kind of like you would never use a nail if it's meant for a screw. It's the exact same thing. You want to use the right product, and it saves you time because you're not going back over it again once you find out what the right product is, having to strip everything off and redo it. Do it once, you do it right, and it will see you good. So I can feel now the temperatures are starting to rise. We had a nice breeze, but that's slowing down. But this is what we want, you know, we want real life stuff. That panel's starting to heat up nicely. It's already cured. Obviously with the sun it will be more difficult to tell. It won't just be a straightforward swipe test and that's it done. You'll probably see more of a hazy finish than the out and out stripe finish, but just bearing in mind, you know, if you're sweating, the car is too. So we're just going to puff this off. Nice straight lines. This is a phenomenal wax. And this is the thing, guys, even though I'm saying, you know, if you're in a hot climate, even if you're living, you know, somewhere like Scotland or the UK, something like this, the finish on this wax is incredible. As I said, you've got an opportunity to purchase the wax that we're using in this video, and I'll give you the link on how to do that in the comments. It is first come, first serve. That's just, the jetting effect you get from this wax is phenomenal. If you like Lily and you also like Cardinal, I would say Ultra is probably the best wax for you. It's easy to use. The gloss that you get from it's phenomenal. You get this wet look as well. An incredible amount of depth. What I'm seeing here is some colour clarity as well. So what that means is the reflection is accurate for the colour that it's reflecting. So it doesn't change. My clothes are quite monotone today, but if I had something bright on, you would see the colours in the reflection quite clearly. If you look at the grass, for instance, the yellows, we put a lot of weed killer around about here recently, so there's a lot of yellows, a lot of dead grass kicking about, and that's reflected perfectly in the paint. Let's take you off the camera and we'll show you just exactly what we're talking about here. So as you can see, the reflection already, you can see the shirt in there, and again it's very, very bright today, so it's difficult to see almost what I'm filming here, but hopefully you get an idea of what we're looking at here. I mean, that, if I'm looking at the corner of that paint, the wetness is just phenomenal right there, and it feels, this is something that's that you guys will understand, the feeling on the paint. I know we're not supposed to do this, but it's just this silky, you can actually feel the silkiness of the wax on the paint. Now bearing in mind we didn't leave it on that long, because we're live on video here, we just applied it and removed it quite quickly. It's just incredible. It's, you know, the difference between this area here and the area that's not been waxed is substantial. You know, and the camera can only pick up so much. The naked eye is obviously much higher resolution than a digital camera will be, but I can see it's even got, which we don't mention so much because we don't, everybody's level of filling capabilities is different, but we can see some filling capabilities here, and as promised, you can see the finished article. It's absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, because we didn't leave it on too long, I'm not expecting, you know, milestone hits with the hydrophobic properties. You really need to leave the wax on properly to let it cure, and obviously it's quite warm as well. But just to show you, it is again excellent with its beading properties. Water's just running off nice and easy there. For some reason the filler cap always, I don't know if it's because it's a different material, and maybe the charge is slightly different to the metal paint, I presume. It always beats much better on the filler cap. Yeah, it's just an incredible wax. And it sheets well. That's really what you want, especially if you're in a warmer climate. Obviously it can be more dusty because you've not got that moisture to hold the dust down, kind of what we're experiencing just now. You can see the sheeting effect. That's the safest way to get the dust off. You don't want to use the pressure washer until you've used a more gentle technique, simply because that pressure washer literally turns the grit or whatever into sandpaper running across your paint. And that's why if you see circular marks, it's typically washing or polishing. If you see straight lines, that's how you get a straight line. It's from the pressure washer. It doesn't matter how far away you stand within reason. The minute that pressure washer picks up grit and it pushes it across the surface, that's when you start getting, they're called rids, random isolated deep scratches. That's when you start to get these rids in the paintwork. You've got cobwebs, you've got swirls, but at the end of the day, they're all scratches. It's just dependent on the pattern of them and the depth as well. Rule of thumb is, if you catch it with your nail, you'll need a touch-up pen. If you can't, then you can normally take it off with a machine. Now, I can see there's a scuff. That could be anything. I've got 2 kids, so maybe lifting one of the kids in, you know what it's like. They want to show you their favourite dance move when they're 4 feet off the ground. Excuse me. So we don't know what that is, but certainly most marks come out of paint with very little effort, especially if you have some kind of machine. So there you go. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing that wax, and you can purchase it for yourself. It's available in a wide range of sizes, and the 200ml comes within a case, a case and a plaque as well. The one that we're using there, that will just be a bare bone, so it'll be the jar only, but I'm sure you'll be happy with the price. Right, take care, happy detailing.